Hello everybody and welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's really just going to be, I just want to run through the schedule. I want to talk about a couple things that are on my mind. And also hopefully open up some sort of discussion for the channel and what kind of things we want to see on the channel and what's going to be going on the channel and how I look at the channel, why the channel exists, why we're here, all these things. So, I mean, maybe something, maybe I could do something like this weekly. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to spam people with silly videos. This certainly isn't going to be exciting, but hopefully there's going to be some decent information here for the people who have been watching the content, or some of it at least. So basically here, let's just go through the schedule here, and then I can maybe ramble about some things on my mind. So basically for this week, I think this is something I've talked about in the EU4 series off and on, but because it's hard to communicate with the people on YouTube. Like, how do I talk to you guys? You know what I mean? So maybe this is the only way to do that. But basically, we are going to be continuing on with the EU4, I think until Dharma comes out. Okay, so hopefully that'll be out within a month or so. I don't want to do EU4 France forever. I don't want to be making episode 350. But at the same time, it'd be kind of weird to start a new episode now, or a new series now, unless it was something that I know we could get done before Dharma comes out. But not knowing when Dharma's going to come out, I want to make sure that we're doing a new series for Dharma, and I don't want to cut off a series in the middle of anything here. So, and I don't really want to be showing episodes of an old series that isn't even showing up-to-date content once Dharma comes out. So yeah, we are going to do a campaign for Dharma for sure. And I mean, we'll keep EU4 rolling, that's fine. And I think the thing is, the campaign's going really slow, and it is sort of for beginners, right? So we're going a little bit slower. We're commentating a lot of things. We have a goal now. We actually have a goal in that campaign. We're going to get the Better Than Napoleon achievement, which requires Berlin, Moscow, and Vienna. So we have to take those three provinces. And we're sort of setting ourselves up pretty nicely. We're not too far from Berlin. Something just happened in the game where we were able to vassalize Novgorod and take a bunch of land from Russia. So we're pretty close to Moscow. And we actually have a personal union over Hungary. So we're actually right next door to Vienna too. So we're going to be able to get all that stuff taken care of pretty easily. And we will prove that we are better than Napoleon. So that's going to be going every single day. Not because I think it's the best content on the channel or the most interesting content. It's not. It's low effort. It fills, it sort of occupies the goal of doing some sort of video upload every single day. But really, it's just kind of like there's stuff to do on there. And I don't want to start a new thing until Dharma comes out. So that's why we're going to continue with the France, regardless of anything, viewership, whatever. I'm having fun with it. So every other day, sort of my goal is every other day there would be like an upload for a different game other than EU4. Or if there is an EU4 upload, it's more of a significant kind of a more meaningful episode or something that's different than the series that's going on. So basically Monday, the part 2 of the traffic tutorial, the setup part, is going to get uploaded for City Skylines, and then part 3 will come out Wednesday. Part 1 just came out yesterday, Saturday afternoon. And that's basically the first 3, the setup episodes are basically looking at the mods and what they can do, and then we'll apply those mods in the actual tutorial. As you can see, upcoming, there's going to be 7 episodes in the actual City Skylines traffic tutorial. The first 3 episodes are just looking at the mods, what they can do, sort of the power of those mods, Move It, Traffic Manager mod, network extensions, and find road tools in Anarchy. Those are sort of the 4.5 mods that are going to be the highlight of this traffic tutorial. And it's really, really cool because the traffic tutorial, it's already filmed, it's already recorded. The 7 episodes are good to go. I think they turned out really great. Each episode sort of has a theme. Like one episode's all about roundabouts. There's a couple episodes that focus on different interchanges. There's some episodes that focus on time traffic lights. It's got everything in there, and it actually segregated itself quite nicely. We're working on a scenario in that called Fix the Traffic. So it's one that comes with the Mass Transit DLC, and it doesn't matter, but basically it's just a map that has tons of traffic issues, and we fix every single one of them, and we get the city humming by the last episode. So I'm really happy with how that came out. So that's it ends up being about 3.5 hours, less than that even. Um, and I think it's a really, really, I think it's a pretty good traffic tutorial. I'm actually kind of excited about how it turned out. Um, so Friday, like, continuing on, now that we got the city skyline sort of, we know how that's coming out. That's probably going to start hitting traffic tutorial. Main episodes are probably going to be hitting Tuesday the next week, right? So after, well, we might have to start doing more than every other day because I want to chain Lethis into Lethis. But anyway, so Friday we're going to have Turn 8 Final Thoughts. So that was a campaign we did on the Twitch channel. Really cool little Indonesian island, Spice Island nation, just a one province minor. We ended up beating up Ming a few times by the end, a few times, taking over Japan, taking over Indonesia, all that good stuff, taking over Australia. It was a fun, challenging campaign. Yeah, I guess you can hear about it in the final thoughts if you're interested in that. Then we have Lethis, Path of Progress. So this is a city builder that I've been talking about on the stream for a while. There hasn't really been a lot of interest about it, but you're talking about a 2-year-old indie game that didn't get a lot of traction. It was a success. The developers called it a success. There is a sequel coming out, which I'm really excited about. But the first game, it's old news, right? But I'm just discovering it. I just picked it up in the Steam sale. I've had my eye on it for a couple of years. I'm really excited about playing more Lethis because I'm really having fun with it. It's kind of like Pharaoh and Caesar and Zeus, the old impression city builders of the mid to late 90s. Really fun game. So I kind of introduced that, what it is, in the first episode, and then we play through the first campaign. And I'm having fun with it. It's a good time. So that'll be 2 episodes, right? So it's going to be, the second mission of Lethis is probably going to come out Tuesday, either Monday or Tuesday. We might have to go to like a 2-episode upload per day. We'll see. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to burn myself out here, but I want like there's so many interesting bits that I want to put on the channel. Like Lethis, I think definitely belongs on the channel. I think some people could enjoy that, getting introduced to that game. EU4, of course, is always going to be a big part of the channel, and then City Skylines. We got to make room now that we have this tutorial. But the thing is about the traffic tutorial is it's a little bit higher effort, not a high effort project, not at all. Not at all. I can't say that any of this is high effort, like, compared to other YouTubers. This content just doesn't compare. But in terms of tutorials, there isn't enough things that I could just be pumping out tutorials every single day. So it is kind of nice to have that stuff spaced out. But then, okay, if we're spacing that out every other day, as it is, how do we wiggle in other forms of content? You know what I mean? So not sure what we're going to do about that. I don't know if we're going to have to increase the rate at which we upload, or maybe just deal with it. I don't know. This is where, feedback in the comments would be fantastic, guys, honestly. Upcoming, we have here the traffic tutorial that I've been talking about. Najd, we just finished Najd, and I have it filmed, the final thoughts for that. Some really interesting stuff happened during this Najd campaign. Of course, we went for the Jihad achievement, but we also ended up unifying Islam. Really cool campaign. Gonna have timeline and final thoughts up for that at some point when it makes sense, spacing it out with the Brandenburg final thoughts and the Trinate final thoughts, and now the Najd final thoughts. Of course, again, EU4 is going to continue until Dharma. And then Lethis, we've already talked about all this stuff. So Mini Metro, of course, we had that one episode of Mini Metro. Well, Mini Metro has those, like, a bunch of different maps, right? It starts with London, and then there's like Paris, and then there's New York, and there's all Beijing, and there's all these different maps. So it'd be kind of cool to maybe just do an episode, one for every map. I mean, it's just a chillaxing kind of a puzzle game. I really enjoy it. I'm having fun with it. I enjoy playing it. Again, I think really the YouTube channel. So I don't know. Let me know if Mini Metro is just a complete snooze fest or not. I don't know. Again, we're talking about a game that came out 1.5 years ago. So it's old news, but still just kind of a chill game just to throw up there once a week or something, Again, low effort, but, I don't know. I like it. It'd be cool to introduce more people to it. So, but maybe, guys, let me know, because maybe I've already done that by doing the first look. Maybe we don't need to do any more Mini Metro. Maybe we don't have to get better at that on the channel or whatever. My one sad attempt at that first mission might have been enough. But yeah, going forward, it's like, it's interesting because the Twitch channel is kind of like, it's locked into this situation where we play City Skylines 3 days a week, we play EU4 3 nights a week, and that's it. It's hard to squeeze in, like, can we play Lethis 1 night a week? Can we play Mini Metro? before or after the main stream. You know, I don't know. Like there's other there's a whole slew of other games. Stardew Valley. I was toying with the idea of playing Euro Truck Simulator. I mean, there's a bunch of different things that I think would be cool to either play on the live stream or record on for YouTube or whatever. So, but it's just interesting because Twitch, it feels like it's locked into what it is. Like, I don't feel like we can do too many, like, quote, quote, variety days. I always joke and say that the stream's not a variety stream. It's not. It's not. It's focused on those two games at the moment. But at the same time, I kind of need to play other games just to keep myself sane. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where the YouTube channel comes in. I feel like the YouTube channel for me is just like, it's just like a passion project, maybe. Maybe that's how I have to look at it. Just playing games that I think are fun. But yeah, just let me know, guys, what you guys think about that. And I'm curious because, again, it's very hard for me to communicate with the viewers for YouTube. How do I talk to you guys? Because if only people only watch the EU4, I don't, you know, then they're not watching. If I make a comment about, you know, something in the city skylines, then the EU4 people don't know what I'm talking about and all this such. So that's what this is. This is supposed to unify everything, bring everybody together for a little bit of discussion, and then also kind of let people know what's coming up on the channel and such. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.